from the lighter side of pest control. This is the Tales from the Crawl Space podcast with your hosts, Jack and Brad.
Oh my fucking god, dude. We've been here for like 12 hours. We need to think of an intro for part 2 of the Longest Day episode. Dude, I hear you. I am drawing blanks right now. The episode's gonna start in like a few minutes. What the fuck are we gonna do? I may have an idea. Oh my fucking god. You're gonna make a reference that nobody's gonna get, aren't you? I'm sure that people are gonna get this one. Dude, the audience of the show are people like 30 and over. I am deathly sure that nobody's gonna get... Don't... Fucking god. Time is a tool that you put on the wall or wear it on your wrist. I swear the fucking past is far behind us. The future doesn't exist. Nobody's gonna fucking get this reference. You know what? Just start the episode already.
Holy shit. Welcome once again, everybody, to Tales from the Crawl Space 2.0. And I, of course, am your host, Brad Harvey, and also hosting with us is Across the Miles, and like he says, across the miles and across the smiles.
Across the miles and across
It's the
the smiles.
one, the only, you know him, you love him, or you moderately tolerate him, Jack Starry. Jack, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, my friend, and I think it's more moderately tolerate than love. So,
Yes.
but that's
It
okay.
says, tolerance is best served in moderation.
It's served with my penis. That's what it's done.
Served up to penis.
Right out the gate, man.
Yeah, there you go, Candace. Oh, yeah. That's right. We are Tales from the Crawl Space and TFTC live. So
That's right.
Let's join us on the chat, folks. We'd love to talk to you.
Speaking of
And,
which, Tyler McElvain just showed up, first one in the gate, man.
Speaking of right out of the gate, good old Tyler, man. Tyler,
Good to see
have
you,
a good
Tyler.
night. And, hope you enjoy the show, and if you don't, just keep it to yourself, will you?
Yeah, it's.
We don't need bad press.
Well, I got to tell you, I took a spooky dookie with my James Bond toilet paper because you know what James Bond has, right?
Mm-hmm.
A specific
That's right.
accreditation
He has certain governmental permissions to
He does.
go live.
And I use that 007 toilet paper to wipe it away.
Oh man, couldn't happen to a better logo, Jack.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So, guys, man, how's everybody doing out there? It is season.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And as season, we are all busy as fuck. And me, as being a service manager, I'm busy as fuck and not making a dime, you guys. It's been one of those seasons. You know, it started out strong, and now it's just kind of, you know, I'm doing a lot of unfucking and doing a lot of other things, and you know what? It's all part of it. So, love it or hate it, its season is upon us, and I hope everybody out there is having a hellacious fucking season.
It's like the old Bush beer commercial. It's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
You're busy as fuck.
Yep. It's like Christmas to us, though, guys. Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, money-wise it is, yeah.
Yeah, because in the actual Christmas, you're like,
Ain't shit
fucking
going on
pay
and you're
for all this
struggling.
shit. Yeah.
You're struggling.
You're on the struggle bus. Yeah. So I'm over here looking at some stuff on my desk real quick, and I just wanted to, I don't know if I've shown anybody this, but I got this lovely little bottle of Exterminator hot sauce right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you can see it, if you can't see it, here, does that help? So, but yeah, one of these days I'm going to open that bitch up.
I've seen Endorphin Rush and Butthole Burner, and I still have the bottle that your brother gave me the first time I came out to Indianapolis. When I was with Yoko, when me and Yoko were there, and when he brought the drinks and stuff to the PCHD bunker, and we recorded, You Did What? He brought me a bottle of hot sauce. I still have it.
Oh, nice. Cool.
It's my little my memento. Is what it is.
Yeah. Well, we've got a new PCHD bunker here in Indianapolis. We're going to hopefully sometime we can get you back out here and we can do one. We can shoot one out of there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For one thing, the Wi-Fi is a lot better out there than it is at Cheesebag Studios here at Stately Harvey Manor. But anyway, so yeah, I'm looking forward to Cheese Talk 2026, where we're going to land on that, and
we'll have it out here one way or the other, come hell or high water. So you'll be at the TFTC bunker.
That's right,
near the ocean.
Yeah.
Doing karaoke.
It will be a hot time in the old town that
A hot time in the old town tonight. You know who says that, don't you? That's the guy that sings that one.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's legit. I love me some Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm. As he's known as south of the border, the Hoker.
First time I saw a friend of mine, South American friend of mine, type Jajajaja. I'm like, fuck? Like, what are you doing? What is that? He goes, I'm laughing. I'm like, what? No. I'm like, J Jose. I get it now. Okay, now I understand. Yeah. Took me a second.
Oh fuck! Yeah, man. I tell you what, though. Tonight, the longest day continues.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, this day lasted at least 3 weeks because we did skip a week last week, but we're back and we ain't forgotten about you. We got the story. We're coming with stories, folks.
Oh yeah,
and we are so coming with stories.
We've got the receipts.
We got the receipts. That's right. Yeah. So, everybody, I need you to please ignore my vagina neck today. So
and still, and he still can't find the clit. So it's his own neck, and he still can't find it. Oh, look, Candy showed up.
I'm doing keto, so I'm losing a little weight.
Hell yeah, you're losing a lot of fucking weight.
Nah, I'm melting.
They say when you lose that weight, it makes your penis look bigger.
That's what I hear. I'm looking forward to that day where I can see it again, which would be nice. Yeah. I still won't be able to see it unless I take the skin curtain and move it back.
Skin curtain. It's like Lisa Lips, but it's your gut.
Oh God! Oh yeah!
I remember that. She stretched him across some dude's face. It was disturbing.
But it will take a complicated system of ropes and pulleys to make it happen.
A truss.
A truss.
No, man, I'm proud of you for losing all the weight you have.
Episode where Homer lost all the weight and he had all those potato chip bag clipped to his back. He walks in, Marge's like, all right, look at it. They show his back. He's got all these clips and shit going on.
But no, you've done an amazing job losing as much as you have, and that's that's great.
Thank you, but it's not been fun, but it's been necessary. It's just getting to the point where I was having to lube up when I was doing crawl space inspections, and don't get me started on the knees. It's fuck, I get that. But, yeah, I mean, I'm no shrinking violet myself, so I mean, yeah, people will start calling me fuck instead of fat fuck. Yeah, that's my goal. It's like, hey, you,
what's up, fuck?
What'd you do this time, you fuck?
You fuck. Sound like Goodfellas. You fuck.
Fat fuck.
Oh, Mr. Tony Spangler done showed up.
Oh, Spangler.
What up, Tony?
What's up, T-Spang?
Mr. Spangler has entered the building.
That's his rap handle, T-Spang.
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 Yeah, I'd like to see him rap. That'd be good. I'd like to see that.
Oh, my God, yeah, wouldn't it? So.
We still got to get him on the show and let him do his own fucking effort.
Yeah, we got to get Tennessee.
And you're getting your ass out of here for Cheese Tot.
That's right. You hear us, Tennessee Heisenberg?
Mr. Spangler.
That's right. You're going to be there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my gosh. So
he is the danger.
He is the danger. He is the one who knocks.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, stories, guys. Thanks again. Pest Control Humor Depot, PestCemetery.com, and so many others that we posed the question to. What was your longest day? And there's our good buddy Scotty Grill.
That's right. Scotty Grill is in the building.
But guys, you guys came with stories, and we had so fucking many of them that we have to break this up into 2 parts. And,
yeah.
So yeah. But and I Jack, I think we might have saved the best for last here. So,
okay.
You never know. And one of these days I'm going to actually figure out how to do all this shit right, and actually. Okay.
One of these days I'm going to cut you into little pieces.
I was just thinking about that.
The Doctor Who thing in the middle of that.
Yeah, I mean, of all the Pink Floyd songs, what do I know all the lyrics to? There's one of them right there.
That one.
Yeah, and I know all the lyrics to Frankenstein too from the Edgar Winter Group.
I do love it.
The part I really memorized good is towards the end.
The song I know all the words to, it goes, tequila. That's the one I know. It took a long time to memorize that song, but now I got it. Ready? It's tequila. So yeah, that's the song.
That group there, it was only just like a year or so that I realized who actually was in that group.
Who? I don't even know.
Glenn Campbell.
What the fuck?
I shit you not.
Glenn Campbell?
You know who else was in the group?
Who?
Jimmy Seals and Dash Crofts.
Oh my God, Seals, Croft, Campbell.
Crofts, yeah.
And they did
Seals and
tequila?
Crofts, and Glenn Campbell came from that group that did. Yep.
Fucking wild.
It blew my fucking mind when I saw that. Because, I love Seals and Crofts because, sometimes I do like that little 70s mellow summer breeze. Makes me feel fine. And I was like, and then now all I see him is Pee Wee Herman. But yeah, man, Glenn Campbell, Seals and Crofts came from that group.
Allie the adventurer, my new favorite listener, Allie, showed up and said hi. She can't stay, but she's at a restaurant, but she hopes we're having a good week. Thank you, Allie. We hope you were too.
Yeah. Stay away from the chicken. It's medium rare.
Yeah, ew.
Ew.
I saw a place that had pork chops, and they asked you how you want to cook. I said, I want it fucking fully cooked. I don't want worms. Fucking pork chops are rare.
You don't get worms from medium pork. Medium pork is medium pork and relations are a beautiful thing.
That's no relation. That's the only white meat never made me moist.
That's the only white meat never made me moist. Yeah, crack me up. Just earlier this week, I was going through the system at work, and we got a customer named Mike Douglas. I had to send that to Jack.
Yeah.
I said, I'm reading this, and suddenly I'm moist because Mike Douglas is the only white man ever made me moist.
You're going to go over to have relations.
Yeah, some hot, sticky relations.
All right, we got some fucking stories this evening. You want me to start this one off with Mr. Caleb Stewart? Not? All right. Caleb says, not really my worst day on the job, but definitely one that felt like it would never end. Last Thursday, I had to work my normal day's shift schedule, 12 hours. During the 12-hour shift, I had 3 calls. We did this one. I read this one before.
You did?
Yeah, I read this one last week.
Okay, we'll go to Brad Fanning.
All right. 2006, Motel 6 career, primarily commercial, specializing in the hotel motels. We read this one, too.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I get the wrong one?
I think you did.
Oh, shit. What about, bear with us, guys. This is a professional show.
Yeah, because I'm down to John Christopher. I read that one.
How about Byron Hames?
Ooh, I gotta go. Where is he?
Worked for UPS like 11 years.
I'm going back through that now. Okay. No, yeah, we didn't read that one. So I think you do the most relevant, and it doesn't line them up as we get them. When you go to the comments and you go to most relevant, it
basically
doesn't do from beginning to
end. How about Javier Fernandez?
Oh, well, Byron, he said, I worked for UPS for like 11 years, where a lot of times I was expected to finish a route I'd never been on, completing between 150 to 225 stops. Fuck. A lot of times getting off the clock around 8 or 9 p.m. Since I've been in pest control, I don't think I've ever had a bad day. I can see comparatively that you would definitely not have a bad day running a 20-stop route versus 150 to 225 fucking stops. Holy shit, man.
God damn, man. Eek.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. That is a long day. That's a fucking long. Yeah, that's a long day. James Evans. Kid Dynamite. When I first got hired, it was for the utility position, helping other. This is covering vacations.
Do you remember reading this one? Because you made the same noise.
I sure the fuck did. Crap. Let's do this, Jack. Let's scroll down all the way to the bottom of the page and then read up.
We can do that. We can. We're going to go for the. We say the best for last, but we're not going to do it first. We'll do it first.
We read the last one.
Okay,
because that was Jenny.
Yes. So
so we'll start. Okay, I'll do this one. See Michael Sharp.
We're keeping it on
See
the
Michael Sharp
here.
Run.
Yeah.
See Jane. See Jane and Michael Sharp run. Run, Michael Sharp, run. Okay, last summer.
Okay.
Probably my 25th stinging insect service of the year. I got a job removing a yellow jacket's nest tucked into the soffit of a rancher. Easy access. I grabbed my 16-ounce Aerofog, which works like a charm on stinging insects, loaded with Taurus, and walked up to the nest. One smooth move, I hit it with a spray. Clean, efficient, textbook. Just as I turned to head back, one yellow jacket broke formation and came straight at my face. Nothing unusual, but this one had a mission. It slipped behind my glasses, and before I could react, nailed me twice between the eyes. I made it back to the truck, but my eyes were already swelling fast. By that night, my entire face had ballooned up, making me look like Benedict Cumberbatch. The next day, I ended up at urgent care, where they gave me a steroid shot and a prescription to go with it. It took about 2 days for the swelling to finally go down, but that one yellow jacket definitely made that job unforgettable. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Oh my girl, my back has been bugging me so much lately, it just won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Just kidding. Sounds like a real pain.
You know, it's been a real pain lately, trying to find anything relatable to listen to while I'm working.
Girl, I got the answer for this one. Pestrogen Podcast. It's a pest control podcast, but with a lady twist. It's fun, laughable, and will make you say, yep, get that.
That sounds so awesome. So, where can I find this at?
Anywhere. We got the YouTube, anywhere where you get your usual podcasts, and they have a Facebook page for ladies in the pest industry only.
Sold!
You can catch the Pestrogen Podcast videocast exclusively on YouTube and listen to the audio version on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, or wherever your favorite podcasts are currently crawling around. Pestrogen Podcast, because when it comes to pests and podcasts, we know how to bug you just right.
I think one of the last jobs I did with Fairfax County, I got popped right between the fucking eyes with a ball-faced hornet. It was like right here, fucking right there,
Right there?
on the meat of it.
Damn.
That sucked.
Yeah, I had William the Merciful. It's my first year at Trio. I get a phone call. And, we're kind of shorthanded at that particular time, and it's Yellow Jacket season. He goes out to this German American club. They got a park and everything there, and it's great. A restaurant, and they've got a Yellow Jacket nest in some of their the timbers and stuff, because they've got steps going down into the building, and there's timbers there and shit. Well, the Yellow Jacket's nested in that, and guess who had Bill's bee suit? This guy. Bill goes commando in here, tries to raw dog that fucking nest, and he's doing a good job of it with the dust and all this other good shit. And he got nailed. And so I had to come do the rest of it, throw the bee suit on, get the job done. But no, it was like,
oh yeah,
it was just he was puffy, Jack. He was puffy AF. I don't get puffy.
Not the baby oil puppy. Not the baby oil puppy.
No, not the Diddy puppy.
Okay,
not the Diddy puppy. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I don't poof up and shit. When I get stung, I'm gonna say that, and then this year I'm gonna get stung. I'm gonna go into anaphylactic shock. But no, it's never happened to me. Not to that extent. It sucks. It hurts. It does. Swell up a little bit around around ground zero, but that's it. Well, I really worry about some of those dudes out there that fucking have those stinging issues, man.
Oh, I hear you. I've only, like I said, many times on the show over the past 5 years, I've only worn a bee suit twice in my career. Probably should have worn it more, but I only wore it twice. But if you've been doing it long enough, you can tell what it is by the way the sting feels. You don't even have to see it.
Right.
You know what it is by the way it feels when you get stung by it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little solitary ground bees, it's like someone blew a match out and just put it on you real quick, that little burn.
Yeah.
You get that? Then with the ball-faced hornet, it's like someone hammered a needle into you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And then arthritis. Bee arthritis.
Yeah. One the worst one I ever got was a ground hornet. He had. I was wearing the bee suit. Yes, the famous Bill's bee suit. But by that time, it had become my bee suit. because it was old and it's
Right.
And we'll give this to Brad.
You got the hand-me-down suit.
I got the hand-me-down suit. I've always been the stepchild wherever I go. But anyway, I would, but it's the like the safari hat type bonnet, and not the fencing,
pith helmet.
Fencing, the pith helmet.
Yeah,
pith. Man, I almost pissed my pants when this one happened because I thought I was good. I thought I had this dome I thought I had the iron dome around me, right? And I'm working this ground hornet nest, and I looked down like this, and right when I did that mesh that goes from the brim of the hat to the collar of the suit folded inward.
Oh,
one of those fuckers looked at me like, okay, now's my
it's on now, bitch.
First into my face, pow, right there, and. Again, it got cherry red and everything. It hurt. It swelled up just a smidgen right around there. Hurt like a motherfucker. My teeth hurt. After that.
Oh yeah,
for like about 4 hours afterwards. But other than that, the next day I was scratching the fuck out of it and opened it up a couple times. But that was it. So I'm blessed. I feel for you guys that get stung.
Now
regular.
To refer back to the German restaurant you were talking about, if you go there for breakfast and you finished your beverage, does the waiter come up and say, "I see you have eliminated all the juice"?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jack! You had to go there.
Well, honey, Mauschwitz.
Okay. You're right. Yeah. Mauschwitz was much worse. Much worse.
Well, that and the comment I made about coat hangers that had you silent for 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. That one, I'm proud of that one. I made you speechless. I'm fucking
you
proud
did,
of
yeah. A man with many words was at a loss for words that day.
Lucas Greer says, "My first job in pest control, mold remediation. That I could stop there and know how bad it sucked." But scrubbing mold off of wood members in the crawl space, then spraying with borate with the B&G. On the second day, French draining the crawl space. There's nothing fun about that whatsoever. There's nothing to enjoy. You can't whistle while you work and enjoy it. Fucking mold scrubbing, fucking like joists and shit. Fuck.
Oh, shit. No kidding.
That's a long fucking day, Lucas. I'm sorry.
That's a long fucking career. Yeah. In a day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. You are definitely the winner tonight so far. So far. Yeah, we've still got a little ways to go. Oh, here's a guy that's afraid of his own story. He says, "Please keep me anonymous. Say my name is Carlos McGillicuddy."
Okay, Carlos. Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna call you Aloysius Cadwallader, but we'll go with Carlos McGillicuddy. So
Hogswallop.
Cadwallader. I like the name. It just rolls off the tongue. I'm located in Northern Illinois. Jack, my worst day on the job. Oh, you should have read this because he didn't say anything about Brad.
Wait, no, he sent Carlos. This to me. He sent this one to me. Oh, this was from Messenger. He sent this to me.
That doesn't put salve on the wound, though, Jack.
No, it's Carlos. You left Brad out. What the fuck, man?
Mortally wounded, Carlos.
So, Carlos. What the hell? What the hell?
I will find you.
What
Carlos.
the hell?
I will find you. I will find your real name, and I will find you.
All right. So you say it, and when my name comes up, I'll say Brad, like it's been duped in.
All right.
So I'll read along, and if my name comes up, I'll go Brad. So
that might make me feel better.
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
So start over.
Right.
Start over.
I'm located in Northern Illinois.
Brad.
My worst day on the job was when I was within my first 3 weeks of ever doing pest control 8 years ago in 2018. I was still an outlaw, smoking cigarettes, coming in hungover, and just not getting a fuck. No, you were a veteran by then. No. It was right around the time where the company started trusting me to have a company-owned vehicle and run my own route. I had no problems working Saturday. So it was a Saturday afternoon, and I was headed home for the day. Printer paper was under my seat. I was smoking Camel Crushes, and a cherry from a cigarette fell under my seat. And it was lighting up as I was doing 80 on the expressway. I pulled over, and there were small flames coming right under my ass. I pulled over, and one half of me was panicking, thinking, could this truck explode like the video game GTA? and the other half of me just sprung into action and threw my big gulp drink on the flames and put it out. If there was a fire extinguisher in there, I had no idea where. Back then, I was in my early 20s and just lied my way out. Like, I think my catalytic converter overheated. Good one. I don't know. Someone's cigarette must have flew in. No, I wasn't smoking.
Oh God, no.
Oh no.
What
The yellow headliner doesn't tip you
The
off.
yellow teeth.
At the same time, the company could have fired me on the spot. But I think they were desperate for workers and just needed me.
Warm body syndrome. You're familiar with warm body syndrome?
A pest control company doing that.
Warm body syndrome.
Yep. I'm broken shovel, warm body. Yeah.
Yep.
Half molded loaf. Yeah, I get it.
The other half's not moldy.
And I'm also, it's like, the loaf's just too big. Yeah. I'm also not a great liar.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I straightened myself out eventually, and I'm 5 years sober and cigarette free.
Good for you. Good for you.
Since that wasn't pest related, I just wanted to add one more story that is. No. That was pest related because I think, anybody that smoked has set something on fire. A manager
it was in your work truck.
I'll tell you my smoke story later. A manager misguided me with what to treat with at a flea job. Mm-hmm. It's one of those where it's like, hey, I believe my supervisor to be really informative and trustworthy. First mistake. I was to treat a bad flea infestation with an aerosol spray.
Womp womp.
It didn't seem to knock them. Oh, it depends on the aerosol spray. It didn't seem to knock them down at all. I seen them jumping as I treated. Basically, I felt like Brad wouldn't steer me wrong, and this treatment would work eventually. But I was itching and scratching for about 5 minutes until I pulled over and just started ripping off my clothes in a library bathroom.
Itching and scratching, that's the cartoon on The Simpsons, isn't it?
Itching and scratching. They fight and fight and fight and fight and fight. Fight. I was pulling them out. Ooh. Okay, this is getting sultry here. I'm going to start with this sentence over.
Okay, this is.
I pulled over and just started ripping off my clothes in the library bathroom. I was pulling them out of my chest hair, man.
Oh, boy.
A coworker let me know of a better treatment, and I sprayed down my truck. You never know when you'll have that spare uniform.
That's like that story of the guy with the long beard and got his crotch lice on his face.
Yeah. Hell of a story.
Good nasty.
God.
It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Thank you, Carlos McGillicuddy, but you fucking left out Brad, so we'll let you slide this time because I was able to dub it in for you. So
that's right.
We got a decent one.
We got to use your story anonymously, but you used our real names.
Right. That's you just got to put yourself out there sometimes, man.
Okay, we got a lightning round. Well, we got a shorty and a longie. You can do both, Jack.
All right. Lee Womack said removing a dead skunk from a crawl space midsummer. I could see how that would make for a really long day, no matter how short it was.
And I really don't think what else you could add for that. So that was like the perfect short one.
Yes, that's what she said. Yeah. Brent Toll.
A dead skunk from a crawl space midsummer. What the hell else can you say?
That's just you can smell it, you can see it. You can feel it, the heat, the moistness.
The muskiness of it all.
Musky. Oh, musky. Brent Toll. Brent Toll. Oh, man, how's this one? Got a call for an odor problem in someone's basement. Their son was to have given his snake away the morning of the day he died in a horrible motorcycle accident. After the funeral, the wealthy family went to their Florida home for a few months. When they returned in the spring, the entire house smelled like a dead body. The snake's cage was in the basement. The lid was propped open as if their son had removed the snake and had given it to a buyer. They did not suspect it was the snake. I spent the first hour of my inspection not thinking like an 8-foot-long rock python. When I finally started doing so, crawling on the floor, looking under storage shelves, etc., when I finally narrowed the odor source to be in the vicinity of their 200-gallon water heater that was used for the jacuzzi in the master bathroom directly above. I looked under the heater several times. When I finally looked even closer, there was a 4-inch opening in the bottom of the water heater housing what looked like an odd-colored golf ball was in fact the belly of the snake drooping down through the 4-inch opening. So we are now dealing with an 8-foot-long decomposing snake, a slurry of liquefied snake. How does one remove the snake without rupturing it and spilling out over a gallon of rotten snake goo? I recommend instead just to have the water heater removed. Long story short, the water heater was built into the basement before they even put the stairs above and the above flooring, meaning it would have to cost thousands to remove. I think it was the season 2, episode 4 of MacGyver that inspired my next move. I used a wire hangers, Brad, wire hangers.
Oh my God! Triggered.
By wrapping the hooked part in duct tape to soften the hook enough to not rupture the snake hide. If I do, the snake goo empties inside the water heater's false bottom. No way to properly remove the solids if the goo is inside the void. I carefully start removing the snake through this opening, which had sharp edges of heavy gauge sheet metal.
Oh!
I can tell by the direction of how the scales laid on the snake what direction the head was and that it was close to the opening. Pulling the snake out head first would avoid the scales getting caught on the sharp edges. It took several hours to get to the tail, which, being the narrowest section of the snake, was also the only part that would likely be hard and brittle. The crispy part was more than 4 inches long and had a slight bend in the wrong direction. That kind of sounds familiar. You're hitting a little close to home here, man.
That's all right.
I get to the very last part when the skin tears open and the entire snake gushes out onto the floor. Imagine just how much, even more intense, even with a full-face respirator on, it was intense. Thank goodness I have a strong constitution and was not fazed by this. I had some industrial waste digester and odor neutralizer with me. No odor Tapadrop. That's the shit. I used spill containment absorbent to solidify and clean up the ooze. A total of 6 hours transpired. The smell was gone. My coveralls, barn boots, heavy-duty nitrile gloves, and a respirator were impregnated with the smell. All of this gets bagged and tossed. Go home and toss the clothes I had on. It took weeks to no longer phantom smell that snake's innards. I hate that, man. Sometimes it just creeps up on you.
Yeah.
You could be like in a botanical garden and smell whatever the fuck it was. It took weeks to no longer phantom smell the snake's innards. Charged $1,500, and it was nowhere near enough, even for 1996 prices. Told the client afterwards, next time I come across this, I will tell them, have the water heater removed. Never again. I can't imagine being the one to do this when the human body is found. When the son tried to get the snake out of its cage, it got loose. He propped open the cage for it to find its way back in. The buyer eventually was able to tell the family what happened.
Oh, my God. Yeah, the only good part of this story, Brent, is the fact that you don't live in that house. I can't think of anything else.
Right.
Holy shit, dudes.
And, Tony, I don't think it's my internet provider. I think it's yours because Brad hasn't complained about it, and I look pretty clear, and so does Brad.
I've been suffering in silence, Jack. Yeah.
What's going on?
You're getting your Max Headrooming out on us a couple of times.
Well, shit.
Yeah,
I don't know that I'm doing it.
It all comes out. If it bothers anybody too much, we will be on YouTube later. After everything Jack gets his hands on it after the show, things might clean up a little bit. So
yeah, I'll clean it up.
It usually turns out okay. So I think we'll all survive the experience.
Yes. I don't see how I got fucking fiber optic. I don't know how that happens. I got Fios.
So
what the fuck?
Fiber optic. Look at you, man. I'm still working my shit through MEP. No, actually, I do have fiber optic.
You doing smoke signal internet? Is that what you're doing?
Smoke signal internet, yeah.
I have to say, reading that long story made me awful thirsty.
Oh, I did?
I worked up a powerful thirst. I did.
Worked up a powerful thirst.
Powerful thirst.
You're a bit parched.
I am.
Well, what better way to quench this intense, dry, scratchy throat thirst than a sip of beautiful water from the Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com. Oh my God, these things are fucking
look at that, baby.
I'm telling you what, yeah. Yeah, he got the Joker, and then there's the Joker, and there's the Jokeless right there.
Double wall, stainless steel.
I mean, even with Jack's piss poor internet service, you can look at the eye-popping, dazzling graphics.
That's right.
You can look at that, and you know exactly who that is. Never has an image of Marilyn Monroe been more clear and precise than.
I thought it was Sammy Davis Jr.
Monroe Tumblr that Jack is.
This isn't Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. No, that's not Sammy Davis Jr. That's Marilyn Monroe.
Sammy Davis.
He put it down real quick, so it's goodbye Norma Jean. But you know what? We're gonna talk a little bit more about the beautiful graphics.
Yes,
the Tony Spangler from SpanglerArt.com. I mean, it doesn't get much more beautiful than that. Yes, Freud. That is a cigar. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. No, that's a penis. But anyway, and
that's sexy motherfucker right there. Look at that
sexy motherfucker, man. I'm getting moist just thinking about it. You know, he's giving Mike Douglas a run for his money. And
right there.
But of course, you know, Jack's favorite feature of the Tony Spangler Tumblr is the rubber bottom.
That's right.
Yes,
I'll lick the bottom.
So supple. Okay, I've had this tumbler here for a couple of years now, and this thing has not gotten old, crusty.
No, they don't wear. They don't come off. They don't flake. Nothing.
You know, and it's not greasy, and it don't smell funny. So this is the best bottom, a bottom of rubber.
I do take issue with the bottom that is greasy and smells funny. I do take issue with that.
Only if you're not the one that put the grease there in the first place.
Well, I don't like grease because it smells like breakfast when you do it. It's just weird. I don't want to smell like breakfast when I'm.
You don't fucking rub Oscar Mayer bacon grease on. Well, I mean, unless you're down with that. But
well, it is all natural. It is all natural.
Bacon is, after all, life. So I mean, it can happen, but you want something to, and baby oil's out anymore. Thanks, fucking Diddy.
Yeah, thanks, Diddy. What the fuck, man? Just ruined it for us.
Yeah,
I think cocoa butter.
That's right. You know, I mean, how many babies had to be milled to supply a Diddy party?
It takes a lot of babies. That's a lot of squoze babies. Somebody squoze a lot of babies.
A lot of squeezed babies. Yes, sir, it is. But damn it, you know, the double-walled installation of a Tony Spangler tumbler cannot be beat. Let's see. We how long have we been on this podcast, Jared?
We've been on this.
Fifth year. Are we on our fifth season now?
Yeah.
Okay. When we first started this podcast back in the day, I put ice cubes in this motherfucker. And listen,
that was during COVID, folks.
Man. That's
during
how
COVID.
cool it is.
That thing has kept ice in it since COVID.
That's false advertising, to be sure. But damn it, it sounded good. But you know what? This is a Friday. Sunday morning, I can get up. I can still rattle that motherfucker.
Right.
And it's not because there's any loose pieces inside in between the double wall due to manufacturing issues. No, it's actual ice.
It is.
And I mean, all these things are great. You know, the features that the Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com has are great, but that none of them compare to the medical equipment that you get in the one and only stainless steel surgical sounding, urethral sounding rod. Okay, this is tonight we're displaying the curved model.
The Pironi's
it's been a while since we've had to bring the curved model out, but I'm seeing a little bit of traffic this week. So I mean, this takes any type of shape, size, and or diameter of penis. Curvature is not a problem with the Tony Spangler tumbler from SpanglerArt.com because it's going to come with straight and curved. Specify which when ordering. It's got the finely machined thing. Look at that. It's like 3D porn. Somebody walks up.
Look at that, baby. Get rid of the debris and the detritus.
Look at that, man. And the detritus, because there's nothing worse than having, the more inferior products of urethral sounding rods that you can get from other manufacturers will take care of the debris, but goddamn it, the detritus is still there.
So you cannot have something that leaves the detritus behind. It's unacceptable.
Exactly.
Tony makes sure that you never suffer that. That's right. Thank you, Tony, for thinking about our penises.
Because Tony is a guy that cares.
He does.
He gives a damn, and that's what we love about Tony. So
Tony cares about your penis.
He cares about your penis. He cares about your thirst, too. And he cares about the temperature of your beverages that you're using to quench that thirst. He's got it all. If you want all this stuff, for an incredibly reasonable price,
Yes.
there's only one place you go, Jack. Where's that?
If you got Peronis, reach for Tony. Steal urethral sounding rods.
Good shit. Tony, I love this. I love this so much. Thank you so much, Tony.
I love every one
fantastic.
I've gotten from Tony's.
Oh, yeah. I've got a whole cabinet full of them. I love them.
Yeah. Okay, now time to wreck my throat again with some bourbon. So, drinking from the relief bottle. So, I've told you that story, right? I'll get these bottles, right? And I'll get I'll buy the 1.75. They'll get half full. My bride comes along and puts it in this just to save space on a dresser.
This is not the mung rag of bourbon, where you put several different types in there. As long as it's not the mung rag of bourbon.
Oh, infinity bourbon? No.
A little bit of everything.
I hate that shit. Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. That wasn't bourbon. That was shoe polish remover. Well, it was on the dresser.
You can't tell.
Hell yeah. Hey, that was a catchy jingle there, Jack. Where'd you get that from?
I found that at JT Starry VO on Facebook. That's for voiceovers. Come check him out. He'll do jingles, podcast intros like he did for the Pestrogen podcast as well, and a couple other podcasts he's done intros for. So come check him out, JT Starry VO on Facebook.
A huge talent.
Yeah. I'm so excited to get him down here to the Kakalakis. That's going to be great.
Oh, hell, you bet.
He'll be guesting on the show or is hitting with me for shows every once in a while.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
That really is. Yeah. And maybe we'll have him sing a cappella, the jingle. So.
Sancho showed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, if he knows what is best for him, he'd best go running high.
Daddy's got a new 45.
And I won't think twice to stick that barrel straight down Sancho's throat. Believe me when I say that I got something for his punk ass.
Oh, guess who else showed up?
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Yep, Tony's better
This
half
is Tony
showed up.
Spangler from SpanglerArt.com.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up?
How are you, lady? Good to see you.
But you know what, Jack?
What's that?
A couple that podcasts together lasts together.
That's right. There you go. There you go.
God bless those two. God bless those two. I had the pleasure of meeting Tony.
Everyone.
God bless us, everyone. Okay, Tiny Jack. All right.
Where fucking thing on me, Tony.
We're still reeling from Brent Toll's story.
We are. That's snake goo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk. Let's give Colt little props here with his.
Yes.
Colt James says, "It nearly ended right as it began for me.
Ooh.
I just earned my core license and was finally out on my own.
Mm.
'Twas a hot Indiana August day. Ooh, fellow Hoosier. And I had bald-faced hornet nest to take care of. Young and optimistic, me excitedly put on my bee suit and grabbed a near empty can of Stryker. The can being almost empty is important. As I was putting on this nest, there were still quite a few active hornets. I was able to remove the nest in one piece, hornets swarming around me and trying desperately to sting me. But the problem was not the pissed off hornets outside of my suit. The enemy came from within.
Dun, dun, dun.
You could imagine how sweaty it must be in a bee suit at the peak of an Indiana summer. Sweaty. But a new sweat came over me, along with a pain.
Corn swass? Was it corn swass?
Corn swass. We're covering corn swass later in the season.
It will.
Like an alien was trying to escape from my body, I had to stand there, frozen, while holding this nest and being swarmed.
Oh, no.
The poop sweats have hit me. It was only a matter of time before I crapped in this white bee suit. I'm sure you can imagine a lot of terrible times and places to be overcome with a forceful fecal ejection. But I think that standing in the driveway of the bee suit and surrounded by stinging foes tops that list.
That's fucking
I
hilarious.
shuffled to the truck and stuffed the nest in the closed top bed of my truck. It was no longer the main issue.
No.
My cheeks were clenched tight as I stiffly got into my truck and raced to a McDonald's just minutes away. I got into the bathroom right on time, but as you know, when you're about to lose that poopy battle, undoing your belt feels like it takes forever.
It becomes a fucking combination. You forgot the combination, too.
Well, I was still in my B suit. Every second counted. I finally got it undone and shoved my pants to the floor as my ass hit the seat. What came next was too graphic to describe. The important issue was that I won. My panties remained dookie free. Sweat was a whole other issue. And I didn't have time to I didn't have to explain to my new boss why we lost a B suit. 2 years into this career, I still reflect on that day, and I fear tummy issues more than I ever did before.
Yeah, I tell you. But and like sage words from Sancho here: poop shivers, donut quivers.
The donut quivers.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh God, Leanne, good. Sitting here cracking. Said, what's up? She goes, good. Sitting here cracking up at the sounding rod. That is, yeah. Apparently, she don't get to the podcast much. It is a weekly event here at Tales from the Crawl Space. It's what makes the Tumblr. You guys do a beautiful job on these things, but damn it, sometimes, what goes in must come out. So we got to take care of that.
That's true. That's true. Oh, my favorite listener, Allie Carlock, has a story here, and I get to read it. So, Allie, here we go. Because I live in a valley shaped like a vagina, my town's between the right labia and the clit. Any stop outside my valley adds a minimum of 30 minutes over the mountain travel time. I know exactly the area she lives in, and I know. She wasn't far from me. The office loves to forget about topography and giving me 1 or 2 stops way the fuck out there. They also will sometimes give you a light day and then drop a bunch more stops on you around 12 when you're almost done what you thought was your day. I had to go 2 hours away that morning, leaving at 5 a.m. to pick up chemicals because I live so far from the office. Then a 3.5-hour drive to my first stop over said mountain. A trailer that should have been condemned, trash, and dead animals everywhere greets me. I knock on the door, and a dirty 4 or 5-year-old naked except for a diaper answers the door. A slightly older but similarly dressed kid comes up and says their mom, or anyone over 10 for that matter, isn't home, but I could still service. I could smell the roaches from the door. I politely and obviously declined because what the fuck on so many levels. Social services had us trying to fix it a few times. The last time I was out there, it had been abandoned, so I hope these kids are somewhere better. That place was horrific. I move on to finish another job, then back over the mountain. I have only a few customers that are shitty to me, as most love me even though they don't like my company. Lo and behold, it's the guy who hates me because I didn't deweb one of the many windows. I did, and he was still walking into the house. As he usually says, get off my property, and I have the company send someone competent. I say fine and skip back to my truck. Did a few more jobs and head home. Hear a ding. More routes on the other side of the mountain. I rage as I drive, but I go because whatever. They were all fine, but it was like 7 in the evening when I got home after telling my dog I'd probably be home early that day. It's hard to have a terrible day when you do what you love. So my worst days are usually because I didn't see any cool animals to snatch, and that's not so bad.
Snatch.
Boobs fired, boobs fired.
Come to Butthead.
Come to Butthead.
Stop motion, Jack. Tony, will you please leave Jack alone? He's on a fixed income. He can't afford good internet.
What the fuck, man? I thought I had good internet. Shit. I mean, you're coming through just fine, so I don't see why I'm coming that bad, but whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's because you can hear the words that are coming out of your mouth.
Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Tyler, worst day on the job. I had gone out early in the morning, mosquito fogging, about 4-ish, 5 a.m., with my boss at that time. After fogging, I had a full day of stops to do, and at the very end of the day, I had to put a vapor barrier under a house I knew nothing about. Spent from about 4 to 8 p.m. by myself putting this thing in. Because the boss was smart. He said, okay, you got this. I'm out of here. Upon leaving the house to go home in my state of delirium, I managed to hit the mailbox backing out of the driveway and damaging the front quarter panel on my drive side. Following day, I had a 6 a.m. stop for an exterior treatment where the customer lived on a super sandy hill. Upon leaving the home, I backed down a soft side by accident and got the truck stuck. Now, attempting to get it out, the previous owner had buried a dead water faucet handle and all still connected. Well, I had unearthed it by trying to get out, and it caught the passenger side back panel of the truck, and I tore that up, too.
That's just a bad fucking day, man.
You know, there is nothing worse than, I mean, you can have some shitty days, but there's something about fucking up the truck that just hits different.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just like,
that's your castle,
shit.
man.
Not only is this, it's your castle, it's your office, but it also, more or less, sometimes, when you're working for somebody, it belongs to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, not only am I having a shitty day, I've been worked myself to death doing something I was not familiar with and everything. Now I got to explain this shit. So
what the fuck?
Depending on what piece of paper you signed on your first day at that company, you may be on the hook for $1 or $2. So,
Leanne punished Tony for me. Send him to the corner.
Leanne's got.
Thank you, Leanne. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it's well deserved. She's not gonna talk about the spanking he's gonna get after the show.
Spanking. Chad Fitzpatrick or Patrick Fitzchad? I guess that's the question there.
Real quick, Sancho, we ain't got it to it yet. I don't think.
No, we have not.
Sancho's got a story up in this bitch somewhere.
We got to find it. Damn it.
We'll find it for you, Sancho. You stick around.
Right. First job had to have safety check and cops had to break in through the windows. Second job, split personality and changed nationality. Called the third job, an hour out, turned up, had a massive heart attack. Get a phone call from a commercial client who informs me her husband tried to poison her with pesticide on Saturday night and wanted me to know in case anything happened. Then tried to book in a job at the restaurant. I said no, and I'm going to have a few beers tonight. A little bit more to it, but if that was in one day, probably not even the worst day I've had. But shit just kept getting worse.
Rightly so, Chad. Damn.
I'm going to try to find Sancho's story here because I don't want him to be disappointed.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and read Aaron's.
All right.
Aaron O'Neill says, I was bit by 3 dogs early in the day. You must have tasted like meat. And pretty much told to continue my day with torn work pants and bite wounds, continuing to apply pesticide in windy, rainy, 40-degree conditions until the sun went down. Yes, the pesticides did come in contact with the bite wounds. Fun times. Sounds like a blast, Aaron. I hope you're not working there anymore. Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
They don't deserve you, man.
No, not at all.
Christ. You find Sancho there?
I have not found him on this list here.
Okay.
Nope. He's not on here. I don't know why.
Me either.
What the hell? What the hell?
All right. Sancho, send me your phone number. You could tell the story live.
Yeah, Sancho, get a hold of Brad or call him on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, call me, man. I'm going to let you read your story live. How about that?
Aaron O'Neill, while you're doing that, Sancho, get a hold of Brad on Facebook Messenger. Aaron O'Neill, I was bit by 3 dogs early in the day.
I just read that one, Jack.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, Danielle Nieves. This is a true story. We were hired to treat 172 units in a very, very low-income apartment building downtown. We were asked to treat for anything and everything we saw. They were going to be relocating everyone and going to be demolishing the building in 30 days. We were told no matter what, we had to get into the unit. It was myself and 2 of my senior technicians. To make a long story short, we found 1 dead body, 4 dead animals, 1 person passed out with needles in his toes. I had an older man swing at me with a bat. 1 unit completely covered from floor to ceiling with feces. 1 unit, the guy looked like he was melted into his chair and nothing but box TVs and electronics around him. And the roaches were crawling in his hair. Then we had 1 unit with a woman and a little girl, maybe 3 or 4. Very clean unit, but never left her home, too scared. It had 2 toilets and 1 shower per floor community with 1 kitchen 4 stories tall. It was the craziest, saddest, and most humbling day of mine and my technician's life. That
Shit you out.
fucked up.
Good Lord, man. I got the opportunity. One of the managers up in one of our northern office went and did an account that somebody had passed in, but they didn't pass in the house, but they disappeared.
Right.
But the guy got to walk in, and I think he counted like 12 dead cats. And I guess they just like starved to death and everything. I knew I'd call him out. Sancho, I knew that'd work.
Let me adjust the TV. There we go.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What up, man?
Sancho.
How y'all doing?
Oh, we're hanging in there, man. Yeah, we're hanging in there. So, yeah, I knew that one word would get you on the phone.
It don't take much. I'm an easy day.
All right. So, what you got for us, bud?
So, man, back in my younger days when I was young, fit, and something to look at, I worked at a scrapyard. All right. So
Yep.
It was a nice rainy day, muddy as all hell, and this guy brought up a ton of stainless steel pipes welded together. Well, my company had the habit of chopping up large stainless steel pipes and copper or whatnot into smaller pieces. Apparently, it's worth more.
Right.
I was cutting stainless steel pipes with my torch, the little blowtorch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I was cutting pipes, all good. And there was this one that my dumbass didn't realize was under tension. So as I cut it and released the tension, and it swung a good little 40-piece of stainless steel pipe right into my ribs.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, but it was just like a baseball swing. I
God
felt
damn.
it, and I laid down on the ground.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I would too.
How long did it take you to be able to get back up?
Time is not a concept that I thought about at that moment.
I could see that.
He was just glad to be alive.
And the best part about it was I was, like I said, I was young and dumb. So I always had the habit of, crying wolf. Oh, God, I'm hurt, this and that back in the day,
Right, yeah.
So nobody took me seriously when my dumb behind fell down. And I'm over there arm crawling and monkey crawling like, help.
Oh, man. Yeah, they were like, oh,
Yeah,
Christ,
then-
not again.
What the fuck? This guy.
Yeah, man. So I broke a rib or two.
Mm.
Got 2 weeks off, paid vacation.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, nothing
Nice.
more enjoyable than taking a 2-week off paid vacation where you can't fucking breathe.
With busted ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not even long enough to get healed. But, hey,
Yeah.
I'll take whatever I can get. I'm young. I ain't got no responsibility.
Hey, why not? Yeah, I got you. All right. Well, hey, man, thanks for reaching out for that story. That was definitely a long fucking day.
All right, Sancho.
Yeah, it
Good
was
deal.
a short day, but, dude. I remember it was like maybe at 12 o'clock. I'd just been working for 2-3 hours at most.
Uh-huh. Damn.
But I'll take it, man. Thank you for letting me be on the show.
Hey, brother, man, don't be a stranger. Thanks.
Yeah,
for
we'll
calling.
get you on the show, man.
Yeah, we'll get you on the show sometime. All right.
We got to get
See you
Sancho
later.
on the show and sing Santeria
All right,
with
everybody,
him on
that
the show.
was Sancho calling live, man. Yeah, damn, Jack, we're getting all interactive and shit.
Hell yeah. Well, next week's show will not be live. It will be recorded. It will air at 7 p.m. on Friday, but it will not be live. I've got to drive a U-Haul
Yeah,
with
it
a
won't
car
be
dolly.
live, so don't expect the revolution. So
Right, so you're going to have to masturbate to a pre-recorded sound as opposed to watching us, live and everything. So, you can still masturbate.
and don't be all acting like you haven't done something like that before. So
Well, yeah, we don't. We're talking to you, Tony.
that's right. Yeah, if anybody needs the rod,
Ooh. Wow.
spare the rod, spoil the child.
Spoil the child.
All right. Okay, Dan. Dan Duodi. I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation, but who gives a fuck? I wouldn't say this was the worst day, but it was an experience. I show up to a house and the customer is not home. So I begin to start the service and start de-webbing. I noticed a wasp nest on the eaves and went to knock it down. Well, One of those net wasps from that nest fell into my shirt and stung me 3 times. Just so happens the customer was on a walk and came walking up right now. I was in the middle of the pulling my shirt off.
Oh,
Fun times.
hey, baby.
Fun times. Fun times. Yeah. Okay.
Pulling at your
this is a
nipples.
shorty. I'll go ahead and read this, and you can.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bill Perrin. Fumigation of a large spice plant over a holiday weekend. I worked 36 hours over 3 days. I was exhausted. Well, no shit. And yeah. It's always the fume jobs that have to go on the holidays, from what I hear.
A large spice factory. Did he ride his sandworm to the spice factory? I was wondering.
Because he who controls the spice controls the universe.
Exactly. That's I tried to pull out a Dune reference there. I failed miserably,
Yes.
but I tried.
Yes, bless the maker. Bless his coming and his going. But you know what? I get it. I mean, fumes are dangerous, though. But you must not fear, because fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that. All right, I'll stop. Okay, Dylan. Every fucking day, running 20+ calls 6 days a week for Donnie and Marie, and getting shat upon by every customer because they're all pissed off about getting grifted. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how Donnie Marie works.
I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Fucking Donnie Marie Pest Control.
All right. This was yours, Jack.
Mine was shut down. Where we're at an hour. I don't even know where we're at now. Yeah, we're in an hour.
We're at Kyle. Kyle Knott. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to find it. Are you gonna read it? 'Cause
Okay.
I gotta find it. Kyle.
All right, I'll read it. Kyle Knott.
Right.
I had a customer of 10 years, older couple, and it was a monthly service. So I've known them pretty well at this point. One day, first stop of the morning, I pull up and the old man is standing by his truck. He waved. I waved. I looked down at my phone to start the service. Once I was done, I hopped out of the truck, didn't see him. Figured he went inside to let the wife know I was there. I gathered some materials and whatnot out of the truck and started towards the house. I then see his feet over by the truck and thought he was working. Oh, God, I don't like the way this is going. I didn't see the feet over the truck and thought he was working on something, which I was somewhat excited about, since I have a deep mechanical background and consider it a hobby of mine, and was curious as to what he had going on and would have lent a hand to him. As I got closer, I realized he is not working on his truck. So I rush over. He is unconscious. I run up to the house and bust into the door as I'm calling 911. Yell in there and say, "Mr. is on the ground and I'm calling 911. Come to find out, he had just been released from the hospital 2 days ago due to prior heart issues. I tried like hell to do CPR. There was nothing I could do. Hung around the house to give the police and EMS my report, then left. Was considering going home since it ruined my day at this point, but I decided to push on. Last stop of the day, I pull into the driveway, check with the customer, who usually has a long punch list of things she has seen and places to treat, and as miraculous as it would be, she had company over and said everything was good. I hit the outside real quick, hopped in the truck to head home, and wouldn't you know it, had a flat tire. Okay, This sucks, but whatever, no issue for me. Have changed hundreds of tires, no big deal. Well, wouldn't you know it, Tacomas come with a laughable excuse of a jack that is even worse than gravel driveways. Not even 5 seconds after coming out from under the truck from getting spare down, after removing the bad tire, the truck falls off the jack and comes crashing down. Jesus Christ.
Lovely.
Dude. Would have damn near killed me if I was under there still. Lucky the customer had slightly less horrible jack that they pulled out of the weeds and mud for me to use after a healthy dousing of mineral oil to free up the moving parts. Definitely an experience I'll never forget. R.I.P. Mr. Mason. He was an awesome fellow.
Damn.
Yeah. You know what, Jack?
Huh.
That's probably one of the worst days I've heard.
Yeah.
I think nothing is worse than dealing with a dead customer.
No, that's for sure. That's bad shit, man.
Yeah. You got to respect, man. You pulled it off and you're still doing this. So what can you say?
Oh yeah. Most certainly.
Yeah. All right. Well, Jack obviously has something else to do. So we're gonna blow. Look, next week is going to be a good show. We've got injuries. Haven't come up with a quaint and catchy title yet, but we will. So, next week it will be a pre-recorded. So everybody, don't worry about trying to get on live because there ain't not going to be anybody here.
Right.
When the show airs. But yes, please, but keep us in your thoughts. We will be back at TFTC live in 2 weeks with another titillating episode of
Yes, we will.
The Crawlspace. So, on behalf of us here at Tales from the Crawlspace, Pest Control Humor Depot, my favorite group, Tony Spangler Tumblers from SpanglerArt.com, home of the urethral sounding rod, we bid you all a bug the fuck off.
Bug off.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Oh, thanks for listening to Tales from the Crawlspace podcast. Jack and Brad will be back next week with another great episode. TFTC can be found on almost every podcast provider available, and you can also find us on TikTok at TFTC 2.0, Instagram at TFTC Podcast, Facebook at the Pest Control Humor Depot Group, and our website, www.tftc.wtf. Don't forget to subscribe and share. See you soon.